Mr. President, we appreciate Special Rapporteur's concerns and observations on arbitrary detentions. Cases of detentions of oppressed nations become more serious, as it's also a case of discrimination. The Baloch nation has been facing unabated brutal repression and detentions by Pakistan's monolithic Punjabi army. Atrocities perpetrated on the Baloch nation have a long history, dating back to Pakistan's inception and its illegal occupation of Balochistan in 1948. Under the pretext of Islam, the Baloch nation was annexed and the Baloch people were enslaved, repressed and oppressed by the Pakistani Punjabi elite in order to serve the self-interest. The Balochistan case is certainly one of violations of civil and political rights. Last year, in March 2010, Baloch students were observing the International Culture Day in Khuzar Engineering University when Pakistani security personnel attacked the gathering with hand grenades. Consequently, 2 young students were killed and scores were wounded. The occupying forces detain, punish and harass the Baloch when they see them wearing the traditional Balochi dress. Mr. President, there is no doubt, according to any international law, that my country, Balochistan, has been illegally occupied and forcefully annexed by Pakistan.
I'm sorry, there's a point of order by Pakistan.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I have requested a point of order. I would like to say that the government of Pakistan is fully conscious of its obligations to promote human rights of all its citizens. We take the observations about any shortcomings very seriously, and since we believe that there is always a room for improvement for all countries. But we cannot, however, allow this forum to be used to make baseless and unfounded assertions, such as the just made by the Speaker, which also impinge on the principles of sovereignty and territorial integrity of states, principle enshrined in the UN Charter. And we would therefore request that such remarks should be expunged from the proceedings. And we would also request you to ask the speakers not to indulge in such remarks. And we think that such statements do not bring a positive contribution to our discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we take note of your concern, and I ask the speaker to take into account the concerns that has been expressed by the Pakistan delegation. Please proceed.
Pakistan is bent on developing Balochistan, but unfortunately the meaning of development in Pakistani dictionary is to loot our resources and commit genocide of our nation. The Pakistani establishment has created fascist anti-Baloch proxy terrorist organizations like Musalla Difa Tanzim to divide, defame and destroy the Baloch nationalists. People like Atta Rahman Mango, who have been trained by ISI to commit terrorist acts in Kashmir, have been diverted to conduct the fascist roles against the Baloch patriots. Mr. President, the process of changing the demographic complexion of Balochistan is high on the agenda of Pakistan. As Gwadar port is being exploited on mega scale, non-Baloch are brought in from Pakistan and are being settled in the name of development under the shadow of Pakistani military. Whereas the true motive behind these illegal settlements is to ethnically flood Balochistan with non-Baloch. This is jeopardizing our civil and political future. Their numbers are swelling rapidly, and if no action is taken immediately to stop them,